If you've ever had to clean and quickly pack up your entire personal life and stage your home, all while having low energy, you know exactly what this looks like. Whether you're staging your home to sell, downsizing, you have guests coming over, or you're like us and you had to get your home ready to rent on Airbnb, clearing out our living spaces felt like a big job. This is our storage area. Last time we had Airbnb, I haphazardly just threw everything in here. So my goal today is to go through everything and to declutter, to zone, and make everything more easily accessible. All right, let's get started. I'll show you a quick overview of what we were working with. I had clean laundry, art show supplies, a few boxes, our clothes we brought downstairs when we cleared out our closets and drawers for Airbnb guests. We had extra clothes our grandkids used, towels, blankets, food, paperwork, and more. In addition to what we have in the center of the room, we also have 4 double closets and a crawl space where we store household and seasonal decor, winter gear, Airbnb supplies, and other items. And maybe you're like me, but this type of chaos makes me feel tired just thinking about it. And that's why I've been putting this off. Even though we typically try to keep our upstairs really simplified, when we had to quickly remove things, we just tossed them into our locked basement, and now, because of the disarray, it feels like a ton of stuff we have to go through. Today, I want to show you how I was able to get through everything with my pacing, not racing decluttering method that I use to turn this chaotic mess into a functional, organized storage space where everything is easy to find and easy to get to. Stick around to the end and I'll show you a very satisfying end result that I'm super happy with. I'll also be sharing some practical strategies along the way on how to maximize your efforts even on your lowest energy days. Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel. It's been 2.5 years since we've been able to rent our home on Airbnb because both Brad and I had cancer. We had guests booking our place, and when we had to quickly get our house photo ready, after a nearly 3-year hiatus, the basement became a total dumping ground. It's unorganized, chaotic, and totally overwhelming to me. I tried to keep things as separated as I could, but we just had too much stuff in a small space and I couldn't easily get to anything. I'll also be discussing more in depth the top 3 strategies that help me get through everything with low energy. 1. Work in short increments and rest in between. 2. Declutter further. It's hard to organize clutter. And 3. Sit while going through your things. The reason I have the first expectation strategy to work in short blocks of time and to rest in between is so I didn't burn out. It might not feel like you're making much progress, but believe me when I say those 5 to 30-minute blocks are huge. Personally, I'm not in a mental or physical space where I can power through 8 hours of cleaning and decluttering, and all those short blocks made a world of difference for me. I didn't pressure myself, I just paced myself. I used small chunks of time to accomplish big goals. About a week to get through this, but it was better than the 4 weeks that I was procrastinating to even start. Ever since having breast cancer, my stamina just isn't the same. Some days it was a win just to move a couple items. Other days I was able to make more progress. So I really want to encourage you to use those small bits of time. Even slow progress is still progress. You might wonder why we have so many random clothes, towels, blankets, and a whole lot more in this area. When we stage our home for rental, we clear out everything from our bedroom closets and drawers, and it all goes straight into this locked storage room downstairs. We also remove all of our personal care items, bedding, kitchen and bath towels. The health department in our county also requires us to remove our food and open spices. We then swap it out for our separate Airbnb linens and essentials we exclusively use for our guests. And that's how we ended up with so many random things down here. Although after our first rental, we wanted to try something different, we decided to keep most of our towels, clothes, and belongings downstairs and only bring up items as we actually needed them. It was our own version of the packing party concept from the Minimalists. We really wanted to see how little we could comfortably live without, and this was the perfect way to try. And honestly, it's been a great experience so far. As I was clearing things out to see what we were working with, I was constantly assessing what to keep and what to finally let go of. Over the past 3 years, our inventory has grown significantly. Regular Airbnb rentals typically keep those things in check, but when we were both managing cancer, naturally our focus shifted and it caused things to pile up. This has been the most difficult 3 years of my entire life. I found another benefit of taking breaks is that I was able to make clearer decisions after I rested. I could always tell when I needed one because I would start just moving things around instead of decluttering first. The breaks really helped me pare down things even more. The second strategy I want to suggest is for you to take the time and go further in your decluttering than you've ever gone before. The less things or inventory we have to manage, the simpler our lives can be. A simpler life takes a lot less energy, and that way we can focus more on the things that really matter to us. You'll know what you have, you'll know where your things are, and things won't get ruined in storage. So many times I went to get something I had stored, only to find out it was damaged and I had to throw it away. I wish that I would have donated it earlier for someone else to use. Also, if you come across something that trips you up, leave it and keep moving. Don't let that one thing derail you from your whole decluttering session. Anytime I felt like I was getting emotionally or physically tired, I took a break. We've decluttered thousands of items, and we don't remember most of it. It was all just extra baggage we had laying around. The third strategy I want to share when you have low energy is to bring the totes to you and sit down as much as you can when you go through them. As I was going through each area, anytime my fatigue started setting in, I brought the bins right next to me so I wouldn't have to move around as much. I also set up a trash bag and a donate box all within arm's reach. I kept asking myself, can I live without this? Is it a duplicate? Can I be happy using something else instead? Even if it's stored and out of sight, my mind still knows it's there. Again, we're just trying to simplify our lives as much as possible. When it comes to storage, I'm not afraid to completely shift things around. Sometimes you have to test out a few different layouts to find the one that actually maximizes your space. Another benefit I was thinking about when I was doing all of this is by doing it now instead of if we are forced to sell or move because our situation changes, I can feel good about doing this on my terms, not when I'm forced on a tight time frame. I'm able to think more clearly about what I want to save and why. It also made me reflect and try to make a point of telling our kids and grandkids why I love using the Pyrex we use regularly, or why the pink depression glass we bring out at Christmas and Easter are so special to me. If we don't tell the stories, they won't know. When I'm trying to tackle a declutter or organizing job and I'm exhausted, I pick one small area and set the timer for 5 minutes. When the timer goes off, I'm done. I don't feel pressure to continue. Sometimes, if I was up for it, I would do another 5 to 10 minutes, but I never felt pressure to push through the fatigue, and I listened to my body. I know for me, when fatigue hits, it hits hard and it hits fast. And when my body says stop, I stop. Pushing myself too much would only waylay me for several days. We keep our prepping food in another area in the basement, so it made sense when we had to clear out our pantry to transfer it all over here. We even had extra room for our coffee pot and kettle when we switched that out too. We've been trying to keep our food inventory low on purpose. We got the idea from one of our kids that does the same thing, and they found that they have less food waste because they can see at a glance what they have and what they need from the store. Through my path of cancer and fatigue, I've learned to celebrate small wins. If I'm only able to move 3 items, I looked at that as success. My energy post-cancer comes in unpredictable waves, and I'm just trying to go with the flow and not be too hard on myself. This type of decluttering and organizing is a much more gentle approach. No guilt, no judgment, and I'm trying to keep my mind clear and not worry about perfection. My body is working hard to heal, and my goals and expectations on myself had changed. My energy is a precious resource, and I'm doing what I can to protect it and still move forward with getting the basement storage under control without crashing. The goal wasn't to do ruthless decluttering. It was to look at what we had, what we were storing, declutter what we weren't using, and have what's left easily accessible when I needed it. I want to be able to quickly and easily pull out the fall or spring decor if I decide to decorate. I don't want to spend a ton of time trying to find out what I want and then leave the place a mess because I had to pull out 30 totes just to find our fall wreath. If you're in the same stage as I am, remember that healing is your #1 job right now. A calm environment supports healing, and visual noise creates mental heaviness. If it takes you 2 or 3 weeks instead of a week to go through the storage area, that's perfectly okay. It's not a race. It's about moving forward while being incredibly kind to yourself. I want to encourage you to start with small but consistent decluttering or organizing time blocks. Sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to get it done, but in reality, if you can commit to small 5 to 15 minute time slots, you can accomplish a lot. When we're living with chronic fatigue and in a cluttered space, our body stays in a gentle but ongoing state of fight, flight, or freeze. This chronic stress drains what little energy we have, turning normal tiredness into deep physical exhaustion, which then makes it difficult to clean, and the growing clutter increases our stress, which makes it feel like a never-ending loop. I would suggest to start in a place that's driving you crazy, and maybe that you see every day. It could be your bathroom has too many things all over. Just start with one drawer. Or maybe you have clothes stacked on top of your dresser because your drawers are full. Then start with one pile or just one drawer. Once that's decluttered, move to another, but just do one drawer at a time. Now is not the time to pull everything out and onto the bed. It's not you, or it's not a lack of willpower. It's your nervous system saying that it's overwhelmed. Tackling one small surface can give your brain the visual break and tell your nervous system that it's safe to relax. Our homes are meant to support us, not stress us. And sometimes creating that support starts with one small, deep breath and one small corner. And here we are. I'm finally finished with the storage area in our basement. Just look at this transformation. It makes my heart so happy. Not only is everything protected and easy to find, but I also reclaimed my peace of mind. I was able to remove this layer of chaos while fully honoring my healing body. I know what I have, and I can easily access everything. I was able to zone what I'm keeping and give my things a real home. Even though it took a while, I'm glad I took it slow and gave myself the time I needed to get through each category, decluttering what I didn't need, paring down what I kept, and organizing it to make our lives simpler, especially when we host our Airbnb guests. If this gentle approach felt good to you, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And if you're struggling with cluttered storage spaces, or you're looking for more realistic decluttering tips, make sure you check out our other cleaning and organizing videos. Everything around the house can be tackled in short time blocks. You don't need to push through or earn your rest. You're doing a wonderful job. Let me know in the comments, what's the one thing you're hoping to declutter in your own storage space this month? See you next time.